My interactions with El Generico, I never met him in Quebec. Never, never. I had my first tryout with WWE in Ottawa and Toronto, and I was in the back, and this guy was there, and I was talking to him, and he goes, "Where do you wrestle?" I'm like, "Well, Montreal." He goes, "Oh yeah, where?" I'm like, "Well, I wrestle like CRW a little bit, FLQ, MWF, IWS." Then he goes, "IWS? I've never seen you at IWS." And I'm like, "I've never seen you before too," like. And he goes, no, really, IWS, I've never seen you there. I wrestled there for a long time. I'm like, "Well, they just started again. I did like 3 shows for them, and they're closing again." So like, then he goes, "I'm El Generico," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I didn't know how you looked like without your mask or whatever." So that's the first time I met him.
What year would that have been in?
I was 18, so 6 years ago, 9 years ago.
So you first started having WWE tryouts when you were 18?
Yeah, actually, Pat Patterson came to Hudson to watch, I think, Darko or Sylvain Grenier and Jeremy, I guess, wrestle. And my dad saw him, so my dad spoke to him, and he saw me too. And luckily, I guess I made a kid cry in the crowd. The video's on YouTube just by looking at him. And he said like I had good crowd interactions, and he said like lose some weight because I was really big. But I was on steroids too, at that time I was stupid. I was like really big. And he said like lose some weight, and like we're having a tryout in Florida in like a year, I think, or like it was like a couple months, like 6-7 months or some shit like that. And he said get ready, and then we're gonna try to get you on it, like. So I said okay, I got myself ready. They
so
liked
went
me.
to a camp?
Yep, the one with Jeremy and Darko, the same one, they were there. They liked me. I think what they didn't like was that I was young, and maybe I'm a bad boy, like it shows in my eyes, I guess. I got this energy, this aura that when you look at me, you're like, this guy's probably trouble, or okay, trouble, because I don't know you, so I'm gonna judge you, you know what I mean? But I'm a good guy, and I guess I was young, and I had a lot to learn too. Like in the training drills, I had a hard time because Steve Kern was like, okay, you guys are gonna do pin drills. You versus you. This guy never wrestled before, and he's just jacked, and he can't move for shit. And I have to call him like 5 different pins. I didn't know how, like I couldn't like. So I was getting mad, like I guess it was showing that maybe I had a bad attitude. But my wrestling match that I did in front of them, it wasn't like spectacular, but I guess my selling was good. My promo, I guess, was good too. There was a story with the promo where like, because I wrote the promo like a mark in my hotel room all night. Like I wrote it down, changed it, and then I wrote a joke. Like I was gonna call myself the French fry, right? Make everybody laugh, but then they would know about it, and then I would like turn it up a notch and then go heel on them. But I'm in the ring and I'm not sure if I'm gonna call myself the French fry because I'm shy. I'm like, if I do that, I might risk my WWE World Heavyweight Championship or whatever, you know what I mean? But last second I did. I called myself, the French fry. I'm like, it's not because I'm a French fry. And then like I worked with it. I'm like, oh fuck. And then Jeremy popped in the crowd, and I was like, I knew he was gonna pop for some reason. Because me and him, we were always like in competition, I guess, since I was young too. Jeremy's like great talent to me. But like, yeah, he popped, and then like the crowd was like, start laughing. I was like, okay, so I guess I can't cut a promo anymore now. I guess this is over. Here's my shot. It's dead. Take the mic. Like I was gonna give him the mic, and then Dusty Rhodes came out. He goes, no, you do it again. I'm like, all right, so I get to do it again. So I get a second shot at like, nah. Then I just said like, it was my dream, and like one day I'm gonna be here, and I ended it on the high note. Everybody was clapping, and Dusty Rhodes, when I walked by, he pulled me aside, and he said, you got something going on, kid. And I was like, all right, that's good. Pat Patterson from that tryout, when I saw him, because I asked him all the time, I'm like, yo, can I get a shot? Can I get a tryout? Like, can I get a contract? Can I move here? Can I train? He goes, well, we're really interested, but you're too young.
When were
Or we're not interested.
the Brodus Clay matches? You had a few. You had a Raw match against Brodus Clay and a Superstar. Was that before or after the tryout?
There was a tryout camp. Then I did the tryout in Ottawa and Toronto. Then I went to OVW. And as soon as I crossed, because when I went back to OVW, I was going to OVW after that, but the second time I went to OVW, my dad told me like WWE is in Lexington, I think, Kentucky and Cincinnati soon, so you should call them. And I told him like I'm not ready. I wanted to work my wrestling. And like I wanted to take my time, and he said, okay, well you do what you gotta do, like you know, but as soon as I crossed the border, 2 weeks after, I got a phone call by them. It was a new phone number. So I guess they probably got it off Danny Davis or I don't know whom, because we were 4 OVW guys. It was me, Ali, Power, what's his name? Adam Revolver, and Jamin Olivencia. I did this tryout, and I didn't do shit either. Like, I didn't do nothing. I don't know, I was shy. It's like my first WWE tryout. I didn't know what to do. Like, I was fucking shy, you know? Like, I didn't know what the fuck to do. One guy said, like, thank God for Rico. Like, I was walking, I'm like, yo, dude, what should I do? I don't know where to go. He goes, okay, well, you should go there. You should go say hi to there. You should do this and change and go next to the ring. I'm like, okay. So I go next to the ring, and then I'm scared to ask to get in the ring because rumors are that you need to ask, like, veterans before you can enter the ring, or else you're in trouble, you know, wrestling court and shit. Then I'm like, oh, fuck. So, like, a guy told me, well, just stretch until they tell you to get in. Bro, I was stretching for, like, 3 hours, man. Like, legit. I fucking looked like a mark, you know what I mean? So, the second time I went, guys like Jamin Olivencia and everything, like, they were, like, ahead of me. So they were, like, talking more to the guys. We didn't get the chance to train, really. They didn't talk to me much. And I was very ashamed or disappointed. Now, the third time I went, they called me again. I went with another guy from OVW, Jason Wayne. He was just starting at the time. And that time I didn't give a shit. Like the first time I looked like a mark, the second time even more. So this time around, I don't care. But we get there, and I tell him, I'm like, yo, don't follow what all the extras do. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna be like either like shy like I was, or you're just gonna lose an opportunity that is worth it. So we get there, we get ready to change. They tell us that we need to go through medical first. So I'm like, okay. He says the guy's gonna be here at 11, so we wait. He's not there. He's gonna be here at 12, so we wait. He's not there. He's gonna be here at 1. We wait. He's not there. But then it's close to 2:30 or whatever. They're gonna start practicing for the show, and I started to like get mad. So like I went to see one of the doctors, I guess, and I'm like, yo, dude, I come from Montreal. I'm here. I want an opportunity. Like, I'm clean. If I die when I practice, I don't care. It's on me. You know, like, I don't exist. Can I just go? He goes, yeah, go. All right. So I change. I go next to the ring. I look around. Like, I do 2 turns, and I'm like still shy a bit. Like, I don't know like how to get in the ring. And I'm like, fuck it. I went to Arn Anderson. I'm like, yo, I'm here. I've been working hard. I'd like to get in the ring now. I've never been. He goes, yo, why do you ask me? What do you do? Just get the fuck in the ring. I'm like, okay. As soon as I step foot in the ring, Titus O'Neil picked me up and started brawling with me. So I was like, that was easy. And after that, I think Jamie Noble saw something in me. He gave me a pre-show dark match. So I did a pre-show dark match on the fly with Colt Cabana. And I think Jamie Noble liked it. And I shared a moment with him in the ring, I think at one point, because I was selling a move he was giving me, and as I was selling, I was getting up, but I was falling back down, and I knew I was going to take it like that. But he was like, at the same time, he was like, up, 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 down, down, down. So like, and he was like, nice. So I was like, oh shit, like we kind of had like the same idea here, so that was pretty good, and it made a good impression. Ryan Howe from Tough Enough was supposed to wrestle on those shows, but he got replaced by me the whole time. So I guess he was mad for that.
So did you get any feedback off of those matches? Or how did you end up getting the match against Brodus Clay?
It was because I asked, I guess, to get in the ring.
Yeah.
I did something in the ring, and then they gave me a dark match with Colt Cabana in front of all the wrestlers, and I did it.
Okay.
Like, it was all on the fly, very basic shit, but it was like fluid. So I guess, okay, this guy can sell. Because I was selling the whole time anyways. I was putting over Colt Cabana, you know what I mean? And
So he was under contract at that time?
No,
Oh,
he got released and he was going back
okay.
for another shot. And yeah, I guess they chose me because it was just me and Ryan Al next to the ring. And they were like, okay, all the extras leave. Ryan Al stays. I'm about to leave. He goes, no, you stay. You get the fuck out. Ryan's like, what? And it's funny, Ryan, like the week before, I see him in the gym in Louisville, and I talk to him, and I'm like, so are you going to WWE next week, you know, like, because I was going to tell him, maybe we can ride or whatever, you know? And he's like, oh, no, man, I don't know shit. Like, it was all carny, like, I can't tell about his opportunities or whatever. I was going to tell him, then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to tell you either, motherfucker, but it's, like, obvious for me that you're going. You're a tough enough guy, you're in the territory, they're going to use you, you know, like, not me, but they're using me, and you think I don't know, but I know, and it's like, it was funny, the storyline that weekend, it was like, that week it was funny, for real.
So those matches went pretty smooth with Brodus Clay?
Yep. I was talking to Brodus, I was like, so, I'm wrestling you, he goes, yeah, no stress, we'll talk later, kinda, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, like, you do whatever you want, I don't care, like, my job, you know, like, I'm here to put you over. And then he goes, yeah, no stress. And I think he even said, you're not going to have any offense. But then at one point I asked him, I found some guts in me, and I asked him, I'm like, can I do a little something, you know, like, no, they don't want you to do something. I'm like, okay. So the dark match I had with him that was not filmed, I had some offense. It was pretty cool because he had me in one of his holds, I guess, and the referee came up to me and they went, yo, they want to see you do something. And I was like, oh, fuck, about time, you know, like, hell yeah. So it was like a simple, like, okay, brother, I'm gonna shoot you off, move, drop kick me, you know, some shit like that. Like, all right, I'm up for it, did it. And they used me the next day. And then the next day, I didn't want to wear, like, my wrestling clothes, and I was happy that day they asked me for a different name because I didn't want to like be seen selling again and again and again.
So nothing came out of those WWE tryouts, and that was kind of like the end of it?
I think it's because like they were still waiting for me to grow older and find like my personality, but it wasn't in OVW that I would get it. And I also went too fast with TNA.